Episode 73 of Valheim, Slow and Easy, starts right now. It's me again. Hello, everybody. Hank here, taking you on another journey through absolute hell. Sorry, did I say my inside thoughts? I meant to say we're going to have a lot of fun today building terraces at Terrace Mania. So you might be wondering what you're looking at on screen. A whole new OBS setup. We've had a lot of changes around here. Actually, some positive changes you'll be happy to hear about. I managed to get hold of a much better computer through a generous friend, and so I've upgraded my machine and can handle like better software and games and stuff. So that's super exciting. I'll probably be talking about that on some of my upcoming episodes and projects. But it did spur me to do a little bit of After Effectsing. I had actually canceled Adobe. Don't get me started on Adobe. I have a lot to say about Adobe. In this episode, by the way, we're going to play Valheim for the first time with the new hardware. So it's going to be like a nice thing. That's why I haven't launched the game yet. I kind of wanted to bring you along with me as I do it. I've been playing a few other games. Batman Lego came with the computer, like a discount code or like a free, thingy. Red Dead Redemption 2 runs amazing, which is a dream of mine. So probably, if things work out in terms of my energy levels and this mess that I'm in with this documentary I'm trying to finish, because that's got to be my priority. But I kind of want to do more than just Valheim. So maybe some Rocket League and some Red Dead Redemption 2. Cyberpunk 2077 might be up on the chef's queue. What do chefs have queues? The side table where the piece of lamb comes by. Is that how it works? Made everybody uncomfortable. Do you notice how they don't call them baby sheep? That would make it harder to sell lamb. Anyway, yeah, so some cool stuff about to go down. I'm also been publishing videos, as you've noticed, in 1440p on the channel here. So better quality. Oh, actually, I'll be right back. Okay, we're good. Stop to OBS for a second. Check the settings. I probably could have lived. Anyway, needed to check the video settings because I had been messing around with them. So they're good. They're good now. But I'm using more hard drive space, and but the computer can handle bigger files. And actually, the stuff you've already seen was made on the older machine. I also have like a long-term, maybe not long-term, but I have this really nice idea. I think that would be a lot of fun to do a Linux guide. Like, watch me install Linux on this old computer. It's a quality computer. It runs great, but it's just 9 years old, but solid. And let's learn Linux in order to kind of get away from Windows 11. Windows 11 is a nightmare. It's insane. This computer I have is a beast, and it takes like 5 seconds to copy paste a folder, an empty folder. Sorry, I'm touching the camera, making it wiggle there. An empty damn folder. Typing up or typing folder names. I'm a video editor, right? I've been editing this film thing that I'm going to talk about one of these days. You'll hear about it for sure. I'm very proud of it, but it's really eating up my whole energy system. It's finally almost done. That's why I'm doing this. I can finally focus on other things. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm constantly renaming files, and fucking Windows 11 is laggy typing in file names. You sure you want to call it supplemental underscore film name underscore? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? A high-end PC in 2026, and it takes 5 seconds to copy a fucking folder. Anyway, so I think that might, and it turns out there's a lot of people online. I've gone down a big rabbit hole. Maybe we should launch the game before I start just rambling about all this shit. But yeah, I've been in a big like optimizing rabbit hole. Totally set up the software. Have a whole bunch of complaints about Adobe. Don't get me started, Adobe. They got me started, and I paid them a lot of money for software I can no longer use, which pisses me the fuck off. But so the computer got a whole overhaul. Windows 11 upgrade, long overdue, but it turns out it's worse than Windows 10. It's fucking shit, man. It's just AI, data privacy stuff constantly, which is, so the first thing you do is you tutorial, your way out of the mess by following a bunch of tutorials and Reddit threads and stuff. deep loading and installing. So I have all the software running that like monitors things, trying to keep a low footprint on the thing. Yeah, it's been great. It's been super cool. But it'd be fun to be like, watch me go from Windows 11 to Linux. Won't that be kind of cool? Like, and then we'll learn Linux together because I'm a newbie. I'm a fast learner and a educated, experienced Windows user. So I'm a similar to a lot of people. People would want to come along maybe to Linux themselves, and I sort of want to do a similar project to go from Adobe to DaVinci. All right, enough rambling. Jesus, what the heck? You came here to watch video games. Oh yeah, the SP spinning. That's all. Did a little movie magic on that one. It's actually a quarter spin. A quarter spin. It's got 4 sides. You only need to animate 1/4 of it. If it's symmetrical, which it wasn't when I went to After Effects to make it. It's a 3D box, 4 sides, 2 top, 1 top, 1 bottom, 6 total sides. And I had it tilted in a way where it doesn't actually work because you have to get frame perfect for it to be seamless. So I rebuilt the whole thing. Well, I didn't actually. No, I found the old. They were like 2017 After Effects, or maybe even earlier. They were old After Effects projects. Still loaded up fine, and the top and bottom was also the same image. It was the SP, and the way the quarter spin worked, the bottom was actually resetting because that gave away the quarter spin trick. The top and the bottom. So the top and the bottom would quarter spin, or let me do it to your quarter spin back, quarter spin back, quarter. So the sides were fine. Even a tiny little miss would be okay, but I hate those. I hate little misses because you can do it mathematically. Oh, there goes the camera. Camera spin. Still the camera. You can still do it mathematically perfect. So I replaced the top and bottom and then did a perfect quarter spin. And that's what you've been watching right now, as well as these entertaining little red balls. Do you like the little red balls? Look at how they bounce. They bounce. Kind of like my balls. I had them fade. I'm giving away my secrets. I won't even tell you. I'm not even going to tell you the secrets. I'm not going to tell you the secrets. The secrets are obvious. But look, I also made this one. Ooh, don't you kind of want to just like take off all your loin linens and feel the fizzy pop, like taking a bath in a La Croix factory? Doesn't that sound nice? Carbonated water bath. Yeah. So here comes the little red droppy ones. I got a few others in here. Let's see. I got some. That's the dungeon. That one's got big old. I don't even know what that. 10 minutes. It says. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're playing around with things, and hopefully going to be able to maintain a bit more consistency and stuff. So sorry, and thanks for your patience. I haven't even done winners and losers in like 2 months. It's brutal. I'm just a mess. Like just this film I've been making is I'm quite proud of it, but I've leveled up a ton with it too. It was a 10-bit 4K project. So here we go. I clicked on launch. Let's just let me switch over. I'll probably have to edit this a little bit here at the beginning. Make sure we're oh shit. Oh shit, it's too loud in my ears. All right, we are very fucking loud right now. Hang on. What is that? What? Oh, God, I'm panicking. Siri! Siri! Send the Coast Guard! Let's go to settings. Audio. Ooh, baby. Okay. All right. If I turn down my output, my speakers, then I can't. I want to hear my voice in my level monitor. You know what I mean? Huh. All right. Well, we've had our first glitch, folks. Let's hope it's not the only glitch. We've got to get to the moon to show that the Russians are worse than us. All right. The effect volume. Okay. Yeah, we'll play with this. All right. Jeez, I was combobulated before I started, but now I'm feeling this. So graphics, let's just see what's up right now, because not that I had trouble running this thing before, but I have a machine right now that can do literally anything. Infinite Infinite points of light versus 40. You know what? You could have just done like 400. You got to do infinite? Active light shadows. Infinite? I bet these are the two that really choke. Even really good systems. All right, yes, let's just leave everything up high. Full screen. Are we on full screen? Test. Oh, no, I didn't even show you it on screen. I'm terrible. That was the whole point of doing it with you. All right, I'll just pretend like now I can't reach it in OBS. Come on. Does the window have to be bigger than the monitor? Now it's there. All right, here, I'll do it again. Infinite? Infinite? What? That's a lot of lights. That's like... Infinite light shadows. See, that's why people aren't good at stand-up comedy. And when you do stand-up comedy, it sounds like it's the first time doing something, even though you've memorized it. Or stole it from 1984's Robin Williams' great hit, Cucumber Cutter. What does that mean? I was trying to think of it like an 80s sounding joke where they would talk. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it then. We'll see if anything has changed in the game. Oh, did this work correctly? Yes, I guess so. How about I play the game and then you can ask me that? But it's not full screen. Like it's still showing my monitor. Is this window border thing? Windowless border bullshit? Did I test it? Yeah. Oh, well, did I say no? All right. Well, now we're full screen. Okay. We've had our second glitch on the way to the moon, folks. The Russians are going to take over Chicago. What if that's what happened? They just kept fucking up on the moon and then... Okay. Yeah, screen looks good. Red balls are bouncing. I hope that's not distracting. The old one was fine because you could just ignore it. I think that was one of these. No. No. I didn't load the old one. I redid all this stuff. I didn't even bother. That one's cool. I like that one a lot. Yeah, here we go. So we'll play around. Yeah. I sort of hope that it mesmerizes. That's kind of my intention, is that, all right, let's launch it. I'll talk about that. This could be a great moment. I think there's been an update to the game as well, so there might even be some world stuff that's different. Prepare for anything, all right? Put your butt down in your butt poop seat spot and just hold on tight, okay? We don't have inspectors for roller coasters anymore. That's communism. Inspecting roller coasters at circuses. Okay. No, it looks good. We're in the base. I'm sure it's going to look almost like it did because that's why I was playing this game, because it's a low poly, but we do have infinite light. Did I commit to infinite light? That sounds like something you'd ask God. God. All right. Infinite light. How about some Alt R? That brings up... Okay, they're not on screen because I'm capturing the game video, the game direct. 77 frames per second. 81, 89, 89, 90, no, 103, 99. I think I can't do more than 100 because the monitor's refresh rate is limited to 100. Yeah, so, okay. Into the game a bit here. He's just... now it's got... Okay, yeah, that's different. So, yeah, things are different. Frame rate limit, VSync off. I don't know why, but I think it needs to be off. Keyboard and mouse. I want hold. Run. Well, I don't know, it just felt weird. I thought I had it on hold to run. Isn't that a thing? Gameplay. Auto. No. After triggering sprint, the character will continue sprinting. Oh. I think that's what I had. It just felt on radial menu. Sorry. What the fuck is radial menu? Big. Hover select speed. Okay. Is that like something I haven't even encountered? Or is it new? What is the radial menu? We gotta go back in this. Look for open emote wheel. That's what she said. Oh yeah. Alternative placement, build menu. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I want my my little droppy red balls to mesmerize all who are called into their lullaby, their siren song. You know, I want to, if even if it only mesmerizes for an extra 2 or 3 up to 17 seconds, and then you know, gets the algorithm going, and then and then the people who sell soap for cleaning oil spills off ducks will then say, yes, yes, sell those rubes a soapy duck. I mean, an oily duck. All right. Hey, it's just good for business. What are they supposed to do? Not do oily ducks? I saw like a red thing. So I'm really curious about draw distance. I've actually been getting great draw distance from this angle. I'll be curious to see what new draw distances we get in this world. Looks like it's just too cloudy for us right now. That's why we're not conclusively saying we can't see across, because I could see across before, and I do recall the boat trip. Looking at it, we getting audio in the game. Okay, the desktop audio is goofy right now, but we are getting game audio. Yes. Oh, actually, no, it's fine. It just I wasn't. It should be bouncing at the bottom though. That's what's kind of. Maybe it's because I turned the volume so far down. Hang on. We'll go 25%, 27%. There we go. Now it's just down there. I think it was still being picked up in the pipeline, but I just want the comfort of seeing it. So, yeah, we should be seeing cool new effects and stuff. 58 frames per second. That's just not. Let's see what this light thing is. And if that 72, 75. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, so draw distance is coming around. Just to finish the one thought I was having, I do want to see if such as this billboard over here, which is the stand-in place for the future fish sculpture, fish monument, fish paradise, fish ark, like if Noah's Ark was about fishing instead of rescuing humanity from the wrath of the all-loving God, that it disappeared when it was like kind of close, you know. So it'd be really cool if it maintains a really far distance. That's kind of what it'd be fun. Obviously a bit concerned about the way these blocks are popping out of this ground here, because I didn't do that. And I think that might be, the HUD feels large, doesn't it? Wait a minute. Now it's showing shit at the bottom. Rotate, cycles. I don't need to see that. Unless there's some rotate. Oh, that's when your mouse. Okay. Yeah. What are you showing me shit for? Well, let's leave it on in case it tells us about some sort of menu. Or maybe that's just for when you use the controller. Probably something like that. So, yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's get to work. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a nice time. Nice, peaceful. Yeah, that's what I like. I like. So I'm not actually holding that down to make them run. So I kind of decided that in order to make this Terrace Mania work, we're asking for too much by building it out this far. I feel like pulling back about, 3 units, maybe all the way to 4 units. Yeah, pulling back to here makes more sense as far as this like kind of cutoff goes. That way, otherwise it's going to be too chunky on the hillside over here. So I feel like what we're going to do is basically what I've already done. And then we're going to go straight across from this spot. Yeah. That'll give us a bit of room for less work on the other side as far as having to build out, less work on this side. You know what I mean? This is just sort of a compromise spot. Yeah. Yeah, great choice. Yeah. All right, so let's get some core wood, actually. Let's leave up this core wood. That's okay. So yeah, this is looking awesome. I mean, I knew it was going to look like it did. It would have been like bizarre if it was super different. But 83 frames per second. Big bright sunlight. I want to push ahead with doing some Mistlands stuff too. I mean, how long can I go without actually ever getting us to our dream? Let me just get something here, or maybe I don't know, just annoying. Okay, well, I really don't have any other wood. Not that stuff. Summer's here. The stuff that's been on the channel, the previous episodes were recorded a little while back. I've really been in it with this film. It's not even because I'm like working like 12-hour days, although the last week I've been doing like 10-hour days basically to get an export out. But the ADHD hard mode feels like not just this project, but yeah, if I don't want to do something, I just don't fucking do it. And then I agonize over not doing it. And it's just like, what are you doing? What are you torturing yourself like this for, you freak? And then I kick in, or click. Oops. I'll finally click it all into place, and I'll start working on something as I've started to understand ADHD a little bit more. I mean, quite a lot more. Man, we got some like, is it just blurring out? It's like realistically, if you're staring at a sky, it's going to be... Man, can we turn down the damn light shadows, please? Sorry, hang on. Let's see what... Oh. Let's just turn this back up, see what happens, if anything. Frame rate's at 60. But yeah, you know, you see these people talking about their ADHD and TikToks and stuff, and I certainly have not yet diagnosed, but I'm very, very confident that I think I was talking about that. Somebody even made a comment on a Reddit post about Knowledge Fight fans, but because of, I think I mentioned that on it. What was that? This channel related to the unions situation, and referred to my appearance on a leftist mafia, but they said ADHD AF. I was like, damn right I am. Damn right. It's not exactly easy to access medical care. So so a diagnosis would be okay eventually. But anyway, I do relate. And I talk about one of the difficulty accessing motivation. But it's not in short supply if it's the right kind of motivation. And urgency is one of them. And I've been doing that in the last several projects or things. And there's not that you have to follow the rules because you read about it, but you know, I'm like, yeah, I do relate to that. Okay. So yeah, it's not a small thing. It combined with autism, combined with the hypermind, and the contradictory / conflicting kind of bits of autism. So it's fucking exhausted. Get out of here. All right. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Let me just decide on how to get focused here and move forward. So yeah, I want to build out these spots, make things cool with the rocks. What the hell, I'm pressing 5. Did it just not work? Okay. And The stone cutter missing. What the hell are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I'm carrying too much. I've been doing that since I was a boy. Papa, I'm carrying too much, Papa. Oi! Back to the lagoon factory, boy. Wee boy. Yes, Papa. That was every conversation in the 1800s. So horrible situation where some child. Oh, Papa. An extra spoon of molasses for the Holy Christmas. Did they have Holy Christmas in the 1800s? Could they afford molasses for a simple factory worker? All right. Oh, yeah, I was trying to build stuff over here. Oh, I just saw draw distance some. Yep, see, that's all right. That's texture popping in there on the, right? Are you mesmerized by the balls? Let me know in the comments. Should I slow them down a little bit? I kind of wish they bounced. There's ways to control the bouncing thing and after, but I kind of wish they sort of went like bounce in the same, more realistically. These kind of go like bounce and they bounce, and so the bounce is sort of randomized. And I know I can make them so they're straight up. So I think I need to, yeah. Or just maybe they never disappear. Each ball has a lifespan, so they fade away. But what if I just never faded away? The computer would probably crash eventually. Okay. So, yeah, we got stone cutter built. Now I don't have any. Oh, did I not build it? What's happening? I'm sorry. That's what she said. Why? All right. So yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I was saying I looked this up. I do have a little concern that the game is at some sort of limit in terms of its data points per little per base. I think if you stack high, that's worse. Like mine's pretty spread out, but it might start rejecting some of these items or something, you know, these, especially the stone stuff, because that's what I'm doing the most with. So we'll see. We'll have to just kind of go with it and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a big issue, as Captain Jean-Luc Picard likes to say when he's reprimanding Wesley Crusher for interrupting him banging his Dr. Mom. All right. Wesley, I have an issue. Wesley, quickly, lad, get me a tissue. I need a tissue. Your mother's diagnosed me with a good time. Wesley, Jesse. Well, Walter White's there. Skylar's in the other room. I gotta watch that show again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, Hank. Focus here. Focus. The entire world is watching. All right. Well, this is satisfying. I will say that much. Yeah, so lots of options as far as what games we can play here. And honestly, the main obstruction is my ability to do anything and to follow through okay and keep my scatter engine in some check, because I do not think I need to. And I have to learn to work with it because it comes with a major dose of like shame, and you feel horrible all the time, and like you're always letting people down, not responding, or feeling like you're leaving behind obligate. You know, it's just like this. It's just exhausting. So I need to kind of let that go. Try to build a world around the stuff I enjoy doing. I want to do other videos. I'm gonna start. I've got some pixel movers uploaded. One's uploaded. I've got a couple ready to upload. Very excited to start that up because that's gonna probably help tie it all together. I'm hoping. And motivate me to do stuff. It's like it's almost easier for me to do work if I'm making it into content. That's kind of the concept of it. With the hope that I builds a community of other creative people who like a man with a great voice, and that develops into sort of a family, and then I'll exploit them for their labor and probably treat them like family, the way a boss treats his family. Sign this paper that says no benefits. You're my family. Yeah, and then aside from like making it happen with, okay, good, I do have a little. We're gonna run out of stone so dang quick. Making my own projects happen, and I'm gonna share a bunch. So I'm gonna do like a series. I've done 2. I didn't do anything for the Abby Martin documentary. I did an assistant editor job on that one. Very proud of that. It's been getting around. Love to see it. I did a thing for another dude. I'll talk about all this stuff because it's all going to be in the videos and shit. That is an animation thing that I did, a small contribution to a very small film so that's going to be its own series on Pixel Mover. And then the other bigger edit that I've been doing is also going to be a series of, you know, what was my organizational stuff and what did I learn, and yeah, so that's gonna be kind of fun. Yeah, see, this is I kind of realized as I was building out here that I was just gonna have to either fill in a ton of land, but I kind of like the idea of doing it. And this is just very big, not what we're gonna end product is gonna be. We're gonna work on. So, like, do I want the stairs? Do I want to replicate this? You know what I mean? Like, should I go straight down from here? And then flatten into this little nook? Or do I build... Like, this would look kind of cool. Do I do the same mode for both sides? This would actually look pretty cool if this was a wall. But then it would cut off a lot up there. But I do like this curvy bit, so I think that obviously we're gonna maintain the curvy bit. Oh, yeah, so as I was saying, like, one thing I'm super excited about, yes, just a mild one there, a little itch, is here, we'll do wood. Just because I want to... Oh, we can always come back and replace with stone. Is having guests on Pixel Mover, and we make graphics for their YouTube channel, or we draw up some sort of creative idea, or a silly game, or a script, or something kind of fun, something a little bit playful. And what I really like about that idea, aside from I've done it a little bit with people just as far as like helping them with projects or teaching them some stuff, or is I really like that I very much enjoyed taking direction from people. It felt very collaborative. Like, I don't need to think of everything. I have plenty of... Oh no, we have shaking grounds. Eat up! Time to murder. Actually, they don't spawn as abundantly. There we are. There's a guy. He's gonna come over to me. How dare you? All right. Couple of strong hits there. All right, a little bit of a lag. Or sounds like the reviews for my podcast. Does feel slightly different. There's like different. They've got decimal points on the numbers. Thanks for the granularity. Jump. Dead. Oh, I missed. Come on. Next. Did it take longer than... It seemed like it took a while. Come on, no, there's got to be more. Or have they stopped shaking the ground? Yeah, let's light up some of our cool fires. This is cool. Blurry fire in the distance. Oh, step on the fire. Hey, put out my fire. Over 100 frames per second. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so like it's gonna take a bit of stepping out of my comfort zone to get people booked and stuff, because I kind of just despise doing that. But I've done it before. It's not like it's the most complicated thing. And yeah, it's kind of like I can't work anywhere. I can't get hired. I have the most red flag. I wasn't in the ground shake zone. I have the most red flaggy project of all time, which is a documentary about how you unionized a former work employer, and it's a confrontational political project. What HR department's going to see that and be like, oh yeah, let's hire that guy? That's the kind of honesty. Come on. Stamina's terrible because I'm not rested. And the ADHD stuff makes me unemployable. Plus my wrist cartilage is jacked up, which limits options for various things too. And so I'm going to keep betting on myself, which so far has not been proven to be the best idea, but it's all I got. And I really liked doing collaborative like art things, and hope that it turns into that, because it's super fun. Now the extra work, the posting, the editing. If I had my druthers, I would make a living off doing like 2 podcasts a week or something, just talking for an hour twice a week, after like paying attention to the world. And that sounds like an ideal way to make a living. Barely doing anything. All right, so let's a rumble. Okay, yeah, so we got a lot of inventory stuff to dig through. Maybe we'll just dump it. Oh, yeah. So the thing I like the most about that idea is, besides the part where it's fun, is that I don't have to go post it. I just, maybe I will help with that, or if they want to talk about what we do to post it, sure. But like, someone else has like got their own little thing to do with what I give them, what we make together. That sounds awesome to me. To me, it feels like alleviating yourself. It's like having to, skip the wiping, if you know what I mean. The worst part. Everything else is just fucking fun. Yeah, it's interesting how the light fades in. See, it's still got the kind of blur, and then it snaps into the more focused one. I wonder. That's interesting stuff. Okay. What do we got here? We got wood. We got to get rested, though. That's what we're missing. Make a pile, because I'm paranoid. Maybe a little animation idea, maybe quick. And the part of the idea, too, is that it constrains us so that you can't do a lot. In other words, you have to do something. I tend to overshoot what I think I should do and what I want to do. And let's just sit down here and have a nice little squat. The slogan I've thought of is that it has to be funny because it can't be good. I like that. Little long for a slogan, but pays off. Yeah. I think I have bokeh, or what do they call that? Depth of something? Depth of field. Turn that off for a stretch, see what the distance becomes like. That's what that blurry stuff is. All right. I think I had gathered some stone. Is this stone? No. Stone? Aha. Oh, that was a saving slowdown. Okay. Yeah, the HUD feels tight. Is that it? Scale GUI. Wow, look how little that is. Immersive camera. When sailing, camera movement is affected by the waves, so you could turn it off. I'm curious what that's. Wait, depth of field is an accessibility. Okay, it's the same control. Turns off the same toggle. What if they goofed and put it on there twice? Okay. Yeah, all right. So we're making progress. All right. Fucking deer, man. Oh. Now, do I build something under the stairs? We'll worry about that later. We got to get Mama's Hyundai out of the shop first. You know what I'm saying? I heard an Australian person pronounce Hyundai as Hyundai. Hyundai. Like, oh, what? What are you, Klingon? Shut up. No, I don't actually think they're Klingons. All right. So these are... Look, I bet it makes more sense to do it this way. 1. Okay, not that way. Let's put down the floor first. Uh-oh. One of the downsides? Okay, yeah. Oh, I meant to feed the shrimp for y'all. So look at this. Let's see here. We got our 2 fur. Now that's... What's that cost me? 8. So... Or I could use the big one. 6 and 6. But yeah, that would look... I do want it to be smoothed up to the... Or 2 of these, it's 10. Or 4 of those, that's 12. All right. Oh, God. Keyboard. Okay. It's kind of fun. Yeah, so the idea, too, is, like, since I can't get hired... I mean, there's a chance I could. It's not like it's impossible. It's just that the traditional route to finding people to work for / with is basically closed off. And I think that's a pretty reasonable conclusion, especially given how many other people are unemployed and looking for work. And come on. God's sakes. So instead of... So then I'll use the... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Use the pixel mover stuff to maybe... It may be obviously wonderful if I could build just a show and an audience and have people, you know, back me up enough that I don't need to even think about or, you know, worry about it. That's the dream. But it might be a way to showcase skill and get others interested, teach people in the process, but also be of service to my community, to my other fellow YouTube channels and people on the online media world that I have some contacts with and stuff, you know? Connect with folks, talk about stuff from different angles, learn from them, be inspired to hilarity by various hijinks. Get into lineage altering bouts of extreme kinetic danger. Trying to avoid saying the V word. But you know, like the plot of The Duel. You ever see that movie? My dad will tell me about that movie at least like once a year. He'll be like, "You ever see The Duel? Harvey Keitel is so good." Like, yeah. It's about I guess they're like French or British or some shit, and they're like officers in the military, but they hate each other. I don't even know why they fight, but they fight. They just fight every like 5 or 10 years. Yeah, there's a scene where they're fencing with like fencing swords, but not the fun kind, the stab you and kill you kind. So it's real stakes, and like it, I guess it's one of the most realistic sword fight in like film because they're basically terrified. They're tough guys, but they're scared out of their minds because they're like squaring off to try to stab each other, and they have a couple of back and forths, but it's over really quickly. One guy gets the other guy in the gut, in like the kind of rib gut side area, and that ends it. And he like backs off, and then he like suffers for several weeks in a shitty hospital. Sorry to spoil it, but this whole back and forth dramatic fighting is not how it really works. Missing requirement, but I have love. Yeah. Okay. Well, one side I forgot I was doing them in. Actually, I'm gonna save the stone. We'll do wood. Wood floors. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Oof. That's sunlight, man. Straight into it. Straight into the eyes. There's a lady rowing across the Pacific Ocean on TikTok. Kelsey. Go, Kelsey. You're making us all scared, Kelsey. Hope you get there. She's by herself. Except for the companion of technology, of course. She's not just in some wooden-ass rowboat. She's got a fancy... She's got experience, too. But, just rowing. I suppose the bet you make is just not a horrible storm. I think they can manage some storms, some minor ones, but she's over halfway there. Eats a ton of food because she burns thousands of calories rowing. That's really bugging me. I just have like this area, couple of areas around here where I don't have my damn stone cutting. But, you know, everybody's pulling for Kelsey in the chat or in the comments. How do you sleep? People say. There's something that makes... Oh, there was some weird draw distance things going on there. Oh. She had a flying fish land on her. I think it hit her while at night. Those are amazing. They're so crazy. It's crazy that these little fishies come out of the water and they literally stay airborne for a while, and that evolution has turned their... It's just nuts. I love it. I just saw that little video of her. She's like, look at this little fish. Hey, hit me. And then she throws it back. Some boat was talking to her. That was nice. Some shipping boat spotted this. I don't think they could see her visually, but yeah, somehow they had her on their system and they were asking questions and stuff. And I mean, think about that, man. The ethereal otherworldliness of being in the Pacific between Hawaii and California. You know, imagine being in the middle of a giant field in Kansas, like just a big farm, you know, empty land. You're still so much more connected to humanity than just the curve of a ball that's, you know, several miles of water deep and hundreds of miles in every direction until the curve runs out because you're a tiny little speck. When you look at, like, there's pictures of Earth that are like, we always look at Earth from this shot. You know, it's the United States, South America, Africa, Europe, you know. But then there's an angle of the Earth that's like centered on the Pacific. You could barely see land. There's a little bit of land in the shot. It's just a big old glob of water. Now she's not like looking for Huey the white whale or whatever its name is. You know. But she makes TikToks talking about it. and has like radio communication and stuff like that, satellite shit. And, there's no boat following her, but she does have an emergency plan and stuff to get, maritime rescue if needed or whatever. The boat is self-righting. If it tips over, it'll work itself into a... Oh my god, just kill all that. I'm just trying to knock the land down. There we go. But you got to think about where you are. That's what I get so angry about with politics. It's just the waste of it all. It's just like you're looking up from the ground. When you look up straight up and it's black with little dots of light, you're looking into space. You're looking through a viewfinder that is the Earth's atmosphere, and you're seeing billions of years away. It's amazing. And in the ancient days, without the same light pollution we have now, they would have seen meteors and meteorites, and there would have been the big flashy ones would have happened, and those happen fairly enough that we get them on film pretty often. The kind of meteorites that come in and spark up a bunch, and maybe I'm not even referring to like the what is the Russian one, the Kimblitz book or something, Kiblitsky. I don't know the name, but that's the one that knocked down a ton of trees. It was in a remote spot, but luckily. So they would have seen stuff. They would have seen. I mean, it's magic. It's amazing. And no wonder they came up with supernatural explanations for why. All this goofy fairy tales that we're trapped with these days. But you can kind of. I think the world is. I don't like saying magic. It's definitely not supernatural, but what's natural is just so unbelievable. Like, try to picture the Earth being like much smaller so you can conceptualize it. Like you're inside a ball looking out on the surface of it. And what's available for you to see is... Oh, fuck this keyboard. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Mind-blowing. And this lady's out there in the frickin' ocean. It's gotta be those those nights where she just must be like, wow, can't wait to make a TikTok of this, and holds up her phone. I feel such a sense of loss when I see videos of anything, and I would be one of the same people, whether it's calamitous political stuff or some commotion somewhere where some stranger's having a weird meltdown or whatever, or a concert or a sporting event or a dance thing. People have their damn phones up. That position, that shape of a human silhouette, because you want to capture it. It's this impulse to share it. It's this impulse to make it live forever, but you're also not experiencing it through the glue of consciousness that you should be. I don't want to say web. It's not a snap. It's not a trap, but like you're absorbing experience through your interface with the universe. Kelsey gets to do that on the Pacific Ocean and look straight up and be the only one for thousands of miles. What was saved for maybe a ship, hundreds of miles away. And that that just must be so profound to be there, but also not. I don't mean it's about this person. She's obviously a nice person, but like everybody at a concert holding their damn phone up. Just stop with the phone and watch the fist fight between the two Karens at Costco. You don't need to film it. Just be present for the universe in its full glory. Nails flying all over. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? It's just wild stuff. Well, I feel like I could really hit some big notes there. I do like that little detail of the wood. That looks cool. As we run, I want it to be like, I want it to feel cool as the further up we walk. So I feel like cutting this off, like if you could just imagine where I'm standing a corner of a wall going over there and then extending out the floor. I feel like that's not the right move. Yeah. We'll work on that in the next one. So yeah, I think I'll play one more tonight. Thank you for watching, everybody. 73, back in the saddle. Soon to be out of the saddle, probably, but you know, this is what we do. Suck Professor is alive. Is alive!